Hey there folks, Mark Johnson from TechSnipes. Doing a full review on the HTC First. This is the Facebook branded phone. It's on AT&T. Pretty nice packaging. Hardware is pretty decent. Starting off with it, polycarbonate, hardware, plastic feel, but it feels, very high quality in hand. I mean, it doesn't feel, like a cheap device at all. Unfortunately, I'll be honest with you, it just got dropped to 99 cents, and it's from my everything that I've been told, honestly, has been discontinued, which is a shame because I definitely like the hardware on it. I mean, I turn the phone on, you get right into, some cool Facebook stuff, which is definitely pretty slick. You can go through all kinds of cool stuff with it. It's always got Facebook going on. Now, the thing about it is, like, when you click on your name, your little chat bubble head, you could drag it up. It brings you into a pretty much stock Android type feel where here's your apps installed on the phone, which isn't really much at all. Everything on the phone is literally just basic. There's really nothing, extra software that stands out. And I think the main thing about it that hurts it is not so much the performance or, the camera's 5 megapixels, not the greatest in the world, but you can get the Facebook Home app on a lot of the newer phones, and that's what gives you all this extra flair Facebook stuff. So, like, even if I hit the back button and I click on my name and I could do a Google search, I can go to Messenger, apps. I mean, the thing about it is that you can get completely out of it. I can just I can go to Home Settings, hit Turn Facebook Home Off, and pretty much now you just have a basic Android phone. Looks pretty much runs just like a Nexus. And that's a good thing. It's just that when they branded it, it's like if you would have known they were going to come out with the Facebook Home launcher on other devices, it really made no reason for this phone, because you can put this same software on the Galaxy S3 and or HTC One or a lot of other phones, and you get all the extra software benefits with that phone. So it's not so much that the phone hardware is bad, it's just that, if you were to bought this originally in $100, you didn't necessarily get, I don't think, your 2 years worth of, contract subsidies that the carrier gives you, off. Because I think originally the phone was maybe $450 off contract. Now you could buy it for about $350. And of course, you got Instagram comes in, Facebook does own that, but there's really nothing else on here, that kind of makes it stand out. That's really the whole thing with this phone was the Facebook Home application. And then once you could get that on other phones, it kind of made it obsolete. And from what I've heard, not very many people have bought this at all. So it's kind of a shame because, the hardware is nice and, there's a lot to like about the phone. But, once again, that's kind of the main thing that holds it back. But overall, I do like it. I mean, I like what Facebook Home does. I like what it does bring to the table. Especially if you like in Facebook a lot, like being in it. The camera on here is not too bad. It's 5 megapixel. You can do your panorama. And like I said, this is pretty much as stock as Android you're going to get. If you like, the Nexus interface, stock Android, you're going to love it. The only thing I'll say is, like, obviously stock Android really doesn't have but so many, features when you're comparing it to an HTC or a Samsung or LG for that matter. So you will miss out on a lot of the extra stuff. You can still download it from the store, but it just doesn't come right in the box and when you turn the phone on. So keep that in mind. So overall, like I said, I like the HTC First. It's a nice hardware phone, good network speeds. I'll do a quick speed test on here. Do that. Right server. I didn't do a quadrant standard. I may run one of those real quick to give you an idea how that. I mean, look, I'm getting fantastic network speeds. 35 meg down, nice, good radio in here. Everything about it is a nice phone. I think it's a good second phone. This would be a good idea, to want to use as well. So let me get quadrant standard, and I'll be right back after I run it. Okay, so ran Quadrant Standard real quick. It's got a 6,152. Nice score. Faster than a lot of phones out there. Obviously, it's not as fast as, HTC One, Galaxy S4, any of the new phones. But this is a very capable phone. I mean, I like, for $350, if you need a second phone, I mean, this isn't a bad phone at all to choose. I mean, it's definitely nice when it comes to the hardware, LTE, good overall specs. Camera's a little weak, but, for the most part, it's a decent device. So, overall, I think this product is, it was a failed attempt to look like, from HTC and Facebook as far as kind of branding a Facebook phone, and it just seemed to be. I think if they kept that software exclusive to this for at least a couple months, I think it could have done much better. If it were marketed that way. I really didn't see a lot of marketing for this phone either. So definitely keep that in mind. Be sure to check out the site, tech-snobs.com, for more coverage. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care.